Woody and Wilcox Show.
So after our riveting conversation yesterday about Woody deciding that before his kids went back to college, they were going to play badminton. I don't know if you were around for that conversation, but that was an eye-opener is the way I would phrase it.
Some quality family time.
Mm-hmm. But then I found out yesterday that Chelsea, and I'm going to leave Woody out of this for a second, his kids actually went back to college yesterday, and he didn't go because of the gallbladder issue. Like, he can't be of any help because he's not allowed to lift a certain amount of weight, to help them move in. So your wife went solo.
Yes.
And remember, Woody's wife and my wife work together at Trader Joe's. So they saw each other yesterday, apparently. And I was told that it went awry. Let me put it that way. Is that right or wrong? And how do you respond, sir?
It didn't go smoothly. Awry seems. Well, I wasn't there, so I'm getting this secondhand.
So I'm hearing this from your wife through my wife.
Yep.
So she's the one who said it. So you may be minimizing it, but I feel like for her, it wasn't great.
Oh, no, it probably sucked because they're not moving into the dorms. They've been, at this particular time, they've been asked to live off campus.
They've been asked to live off campus. They got booted?
No.
That's an odd way to start that sentence.
After your second year, they're like, hey, we have a limited number of people that can stay on campus.
Okay.
You guys,
so they're living in an apartment.
yeah,
That's
this is
how
their
you
first time in an apartment.
Okay.
And turns out they're on the fourth floor of this. This would be the top floor of this particular apartment building. And there ain't no elevator. That was the first thing. I got a text yesterday as my wife showed up, and hang on a second. Let me read it exactly. Just got here, fourth floor, no elevator, crying face. And I said, how can that possibly be? God only knows.
Right.
Because this is not an old apartment, like let's say that was built in the 40s before there was the Americans with Disabilities Act or something
But you
like that.
still have to comply with those.
Right.
You have to retrofit your
This
buildings.
is what I would consider a relatively modern apartment building built in the last 10 years. How you can have a 4-story apartment building and be like, are we doing an elevator? Nah, they're college kids.
Right.
They'll get their exercise.
Strong legs.
Not realizing that there's going to be parents that are moving them in. So, yeah, apparently that it was workout day yesterday.
But they're furnished, though. No one's trying to move like a refrigerator and a bed up to the fourth floor.
I bet they are.
True.
I know my kids moving a refrigerator.
While it is furnished, there's still a lot of
I think
stuff
it's a
to
lot.
be moved in.
That's a lot of floors.
Yeah.
That still doesn't seem right. I'm gonna need someone to corroborate that. I'm gonna do some due diligence. We'll find out the
I'll
name
look
of
it
this
up
building.
online.
Well, I said, I'm like, did you go ask somebody?
It just doesn't seem possible. So my daughter goes to school at South Carolina. The first building she lived in, I think, was built in the late 1800s. But they've gone back, and it now has an elevator in it as well.
Right.
So I don't. That
But you
can't
also
be right.
you pay a lot of tuition for that elevator.
This has nothing to do with
But
it. I'm not
mean,
even correct.
What's the other option? That it's like a secret elevator that's hidden somehow?
I can't imagine. I don't know
Usually it's
that
right
answer.
there.
I don't know how you would miss it. That's a fair question. But
Yeah.
then again, I've heard the miscommunications that happen between Woody and his wife. So sometimes I don't know where the communication lacks.
I wasn't there.
I understand. I know. But I just can't imagine how that's possible.
I know. The kids would have figured it out at least.
That's what I would have figured.
Yeah. All right. Well, it has some really good
Injuries?
quads.
Drop dead, hospital visit.
No, everything went. I mean, it took them a long time.
Awry is that we had to do a lot of walking. And
Yeah.
It took longer than we
Lot
thought.
up and what they thought was going to be, I think, 90 minutes worth of work turned out to be several hours.
It's fun to do in the heat.
But
too.
everybody knows moving sucks to begin with. And
The
so,
worst.
now when you're, I'm going to take this one box up 4 flights of stairs and then walk back down and get another box.
Well, it is a good lesson. Yesterday, we had a guy call in. Remember, he was in tears as he was dropping his kid off, his oldest, at her first day of college, and was looking for advice. And obviously partly the advice should be have surgery prior to the move-in.
Yeah, absolutely. You plan your surgery so you don't have to lift anything.
I thought it was check for elevators before you write the check for the housing.
Tomato.
Who cares if you're not there, Chelsea? It doesn't matter. You have your wife do it. So that's how Woody rolls. All of it was planned. This 6 months of, they won't get me in for my surgery was all coming to this.
Such a long
he wouldn't
play.
have to move him in.
You know what, though? The smart play, right?
All right. Well, glad to hear it went well. 704 Fez 3200. You're also welcome if you're streaming us on the iHeartRadio app, which is a great way. Take us with you wherever. Hit that little talk back button. Message comes right to us. I don't know if you saw what they thought was a pretty big deal yesterday in our nation's capital and then ended up being something quite different. This is something I think we can all relate to. So stand by for that.
The Woody and Wilcox Show.